Hello and welcome, beautiful mamas, to Rhonda Be Organized, a motivational channel for cleaning, organizing, and everyday life as a mom and entrepreneur. So you have this dream and this idea of starting your own business, but you're a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you do work full-time, you're a mom and you're trying to figure out, okay, I need the extra income, or I have this idea, what should I consider? And that's what this video is about today. There are 5 things that I want you to consider before starting that business or side hustle. Because as a mom, we already wear a lot of hats. And as an entrepreneur, you're doing a lot of juggling. So I want to help you get that idea out, get that dream out, and not have to struggle so much. So I hope you're ready. Let's get straight into it. Right off the bat, we're gonna start with that precious, finite resource that we all have, which is time. So the first thing you're gonna think about is, how much time do you actually have? Before you start that side hustle or that business, you gotta actually be realistic and think about, how much time can I actually dedicate towards this entrepreneur journey? Because you're gonna have to consider the kiddo schedule, the errands that you run, and other commitments that you have. And before you get discouraged, because you may be like me with littles that are not in daycare, it is okay. It is doable. Think about nap times. If you're a parent that believes in screen times, there are times during the day that you can probably find, and it doesn't have to be in order. It can be 30 minutes here, an hour here, 2 hours there. It is doable, but it's something that you must consider before you start this business. And that leads me up to the next tip. What is your schedule like? Creating some type of schedule or routine that can help make it a little bit easier figuring out, okay, I'm gonna do my business here, I'm gonna work on it here. Because I'm gonna tell you from the get-go, time management is crucial. You already know, as a mom, you do a lot. You have a lot of jobs and things that are just required of you. And then you're putting on that entrepreneur hat, and now you're multitasking a lot, because as an entrepreneur, especially in the beginning, there's a steep learning curve. Yes, again, do not discourage. It is doable. It's just that you have to understand, and I have to be realistic with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Being an entrepreneur it is a lot of work, but it is so worth it. You're going to have to think about your why and just keep that in your mind. This is my dream. This is my goal. Whether that's an income goal or that's an idea that you have, just keep it in your mind and understand it is doable, mama, and I am rooting for you. A tip I have for you is, for a couple days, actually write down what you're doing. Like, take a sheet of paper. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And write down what you're doing, seeing where is there extra time in my day, or what is my schedule like? Okay, this Mondays I pick up one kiddo early for early dismissals from school. So, okay, my hours, I can put in work during this time, or the kids go to bed at that time, so I can, work on my business then. What is your schedule? What time can you dedicate towards building your dream or achieving that goal? Tip number 3, getting your family involved. Because starting a business can be so challenging, you're gonna have to ask for help. I know, as moms, I don't know, maybe as women, we just have a hard time doing that sometimes. But ask for help. Get your family involved. That may mean asking hubby to get the kiddos ready for bed while you sneak away to bust out some work. That may mean, okay, I have older kids and they can do more chores or take on some of my responsibilities. It can also mean actually getting your family involved with the business. It all depends on what you want to do, what your dream is, and how your family dynamic is. But before you even start, I want you to think about how your family can get involved. How can they help you? How can they support you? Tip number 4, choosing the right business. Now, this one It's gonna take work. It can be hard, but it is the biggest tip I have for you, because the type of business or venture that you want to get into is gonna determine how things are for your journey. So what do I mean by that? I'm talking about the business model. It could be freelancing, like virtual assistant business, a product-based business like e-commerce, drop shipping, print on demand. There's a lot out there, so do your research before you start. Think about what you like, what your interests are, your family dynamics, to figure out what business model works best for you. And tip number 5, where will you work? This is the fun part. Once you figure out, okay, this is the business that I'm thinking about starting, or the side hustle that I want to start, you got to figure out where you want to work at. You have to create a space for it. Are you setting up a laptop at the dining room table? Do you have a dedicated office space? Now, personally, for me, I have an office, but I have they're like these little kids folding tables you can find at Walmart and different like characters. I set that up for her to do activities working right beside mommy. I'm working. So where will you work? Where would this dream be birthed? So there you have it. My top 5 things I want you to think about before you start your entrepreneur journey. But I want to encourage you with a bonus tip. Right now, I want you to get in the habit of taking care of yourself. Yes, self-care era right now. As moms, we are always taking care of others, but you cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to refresh, refill, reset yourself. So before you even start this entrepreneur journey, learn the habit of self-care. Check in with your feelings, check in with yourself, because entrepreneurship, business ownership, it can be a lot of work, and it can pull from you physically and mentally. It can be demanding, and it's because you're going through a growth period. And if you have kids, you know, you always know when they're going through those growing pains, right? You're going to be going through the same thing. It's going to make you better. You're becoming a mompreneur. So you're wearing that, you still got that mom hat and all those tasks that come with that, the nurturing of your children, that can be physical and mental in itself. And now you're adding that entrepreneur side. So you have to take care of yourself and learn how to do it now. Learn how to manage that now. You have to take care of your mind, your body, and your spirit. That's all I have for you today. If you like content like this, please let me know. Y'all help a sister out and push that like button so I know this is what you want. And for the ladies out there who have started a business, what tips do you have for starting a side hustle? Comment below and let's encourage each other. Also, if you do have a business, I would love to connect with you. So just send me an email. I have the email just below so I can connect with you and learn about your business and how I can better support you. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see what 2024 brings you. Stay blessed. Bye.